Hello, hello. Mm. What is up? What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Business Talks. I'm doing something different today. I am streaming from Rumble. So Rumble is putting all my, social media together. We're streaming from that platform live. So if I look a little bit different, that's because it's on a different platform. But thank you for tuning in. Once again, we have a packed full of things that I want to talk about today. We're going to go over Tiffany Henyard. We're going to talk about Sean P. Combs. We got some more information in regards to him. And we have some things I want to discuss about Tiffany Henyard. If you haven't heard, and we already talked about Tiffany Henyard this past uh, not this past week, but the week before last. They went up to the polls to pass this referendum. And unfortunately for Tiffany, her I guess her tax scheme, because she was trying to increase the taxes in Thornton Township, it didn't work. But they just had this board meeting and Tiffany was pissed off. Okay, so we'll discuss what she said during this Thornton Township board meeting today on another episode of Business Talks.
Something like this. Looks a little bit like I can miss. Ay, this is what you call a bad. What? This is what you call a bad. Looks a little something like this. Looks a little bit like I can miss. Ay, this is what you call a bad. What? This is what you call a bad.
That's right. You guys put in the chat, let me know where you're viewing from. Put in the chat, let me know where you're viewing from. I see we have Jim Buckley in the building. Noble Young, is always good to see you. Stephen Nimley, is good to see you as well. You guys, we're going to talk about Tiffany Henyard on the later end of the show. I just want to go over a few things with Puff Daddy or P. Diddy, Sean P. Diddy Combs. I don't know what you want to call him. He's changed his name so many times I can't keep up. But so we're going to talk about him. John G. H. Hello. I see you are in the building as well. So you guys, just put in the chat. Let me know that you could hear me and see me correctly, because like on this microphone, it's not saying if I don't see that sound wave, but I'm assuming that you could hear me because I just did a test sound. Anyway, so let me just share my screen with you. Let me see. Okay, so this is let me just go back to. Okay, you can't see it. Anyway, uh, t- Puff Daddy, his house was raided earlier this week, Monday and Tuesday, whatever day that was. And it's been a lot of stuff that's been going on. Yesterday, we did discuss Puff Daddy again. But yesterday's, since They named this guy named Rodney, Little Ron, 38-year-old man. He claims that Sean P. Diddy Combs sexually assaulted him. Okay. And in this same claim, he said Cuba Gooding Jr. Was touching him inappropriately. Okay. So he has this 100-page something odd document lawsuit that he filed against Puffy. He's seeking like $30 million in damages. Okay. 38 years old. I think you're old enough to walk away from the situation. I'm not for sure. And you continue to work for P. Diddy all while you claim that he drugged you or anything. And I'm look, I'm not taking sides with Sean P. Diddy Combs. I'm just thinking logically for Little Ron, let me just pull up his name. Little Rodney. That's what we could call him, Little Rodney. Hitman Little Ron. That's what his name is. He he's claiming that, P. Diddy took advantage of him and Cuba Gooding Jr. was a part of it. Okay. And he add this claim. He listed several people on this document. Okay, in this document. And they said Cuba Gooding Jr. has been accused of sexual assault and sexual harassment in the lawsuit originally filed by music producer Little Rod last month. So Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching and groping and fondling Mr. Jones' legs, his upper inner thighs, near his groin area, the small of his back, near his buttocks, and his shoulders. Jones says in this, or alleges in this lawsuit. And he claims Combs failed to step in. I just want to repeat that. He claims Combs failed to step in and stop Gooding from sexually assaulting him. Now, I had to go back. Remember, yesterday we looked to see, hey, how old is Rodney Jones? Little Rodney is not a little. He's not a young man. He's 38 years old. If I can find, if this is the same guy. I think he was born in 1980 something. I think 87. I think that's where I found his age. But like I said, you're not a young man. So why would you look to Sean Diddy Combs to stop something from happening to you? You guys put it in the chat. You're 38 or maybe 36 at the time, and some guy was touching you. Are you going to wait for another man to step in? You're already a man. You're not a child. You're already a man. So why would you look for someone to step in and help you because you claim you being sexually assaulted? That's my own, and I'm not saying it didn't happen to him, but why would you look to another man and you're already a man? Like, please help me. Like, come on now. I just don't understand that. That's the only thing that I don't know. That's literally the only thing that I'm struggling with about this whole suit. Okay. And this is Little Rod's suit. Okay. So he said Combs failed to step in and stop Gooding from sexually assaulting him. Okay. Um Now fast forward to yesterday. 50 Cent. 50 Cent, he has a baby mama. He has a baby mama. A baby mama that's let me just go to the Instagram. And her name is Daphne. Her name is Daphne Joy. So he has a child by her. And 50 Cent reportedly seeking sole custody of a son after ex Daphne Joy was accused of being Diddy's sex worker. She was named in this document that Little Rod or Rodney filed. So I guess that pissed her off because, well, I mean, you're saying, okay, I'm a sex worker. It sounds funny because this is what I do for a living. It's just an odd job to do. And you're saying, oh, I'm a sex worker, like it's a real job. But I guess, that it could be a real job in Las Vegas. These type of things are legal, so I'm not going to knock it. But I guess this really pissed her off because after he posted this, I don't know if she went to X or Twitter, but she fired back and she claims that 50 Cent actually sexually abused her. And it says on here 50 Cent denies ex Daphne Joy's rape, physical abuse allegations amid Sean Diddy Combs lawsuit. Okay. Daphne Joy is accusing 50 Cent, her ex-boyfriend, of the word and physical abuse, which he denies and claims only fuels his desire to get custody of their 11-year-old son, Sire, after Joy was named as an alleged sex worker for Sean Diddy Combs in a lawsuit. Now, it says the 37-year-old model directed a lengthy statement to Curtis James Jackson, 50 Cent real name, on Instagram. So she put this on her Instagram. I don't know what her Instagram. Let me see if we could find it. Let's see if we could find Daphne's Instagram. I'm assuming it would be Daphne Joy, right? Yeah, it is Daphne Joy. She said it was lies. Look at this. She said, I'm deeply hurt by the lies in Rodney Jones lawsuit. The claim that I am a sex worker is 100% false and character assassination. I am retaining an attorney to explore all legal remedies against both Rodney and his attorney. She didn't have any conversations. She probably got the comments off. So she denies the claim. She puts this up a day ago. 50 Cent put his post up a day ago. And then she put a post up. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Yep. She puts this post up and says, everything is a joke to you until our safety is compromised, which is happening now. You are wreaking real havoc, frenzy, and chaos onto people's lives. How would you feel if Sire was the one in handcuffs for nothing? So I believe Daphne Joy, I don't know if she was there. Maybe she was arrested. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure. We moved to New York to give you an opportunity to be a father to your son, and you saw him 10 times out of the 2 years that we lived 1 mile away from you. I am tired of upholding and protecting an image to our son that you have never earned and you never even earned. This is what she's saying. So let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of R-ing me and physically abusing me. You are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on. You have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last and final time. You guys, I have I, look, I'm not saying she's being untruthful in this, but can we say deflection? She's mad at Curtis James Jackson, 50 Cent, aka 50 Cent. But he didn't make the false claims. He just said, "Hey, maybe you're not a great fit for to be a mother because you are and he was laughing about it, but you are a little he chose the word little sex worker. That's the words he chose. That's the word he chose, a little sex worker. Um, so you guys tell me, like, is she like literally deflecting from this whole situation? I'm confused of why would you um why would you get mad at Curtis Jackson for this particular reason? He didn't put your name in the document. He had nothing to do with that. And as a father, and you're trying to discredit him from being a father, but as a father, he probably like, okay, well, if she's doing all that, maybe she shouldn't be a mother. And who could blame him? Now, I'm looking at her Instagram. I'm looking at her Instagram, and I mean, y- you're risque. I mean, these pictures on here, I wouldn't say you're a sex worker, but I say you're pretty risque. You know, I don't know. I guess you will be an Instagram model. You got booty shots up here. Like, so what are your Instagram model? And you like showing your butt. And you only got a few pictures up here. And I think she's from the Philippines or somewhere. I think she's a nice, very beautiful lady. But what do you say to about this? You know, and like I said, I'm not denying to say that she's lying or anything like that. I just kind of wondering, why are you choosing deflection? You really should be mad if the claims are really false. You really should be mad at Rodney Jones. And but why would Rodney Jones just make that up? Well, I mean, he could just, but why name all these names? And he says he has some evidence to prove, some tapes, some videos, some photos to prove what he's saying is true. So I'm not for sure. I think it's all deflection at this point. So she responded back, and I guess we're waiting for 50 Cent to respond back. So she added, "You're no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on." Okay. "You have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me." Because he said, "I want to seek full custody for my child." I just I really, and then you're saying he's permanently damaged, but if you're saying that he did these things to you, why would you even want to be involved with this man? You said you moved a mile away. Now, listen, let's just really think logically. This man, even though I have a child by this man, but he physically assaulted me, sexually and physically, like roughed me up, I guess, beat me up, and I have a child by him. Why would I want to move a mile away from him? Why can't you just raise your baby by yourself? That's why I say it doesn't make sense. Not it doesn't make sense. And you made these claims, and this is why you should definitely, just because the lady looked good, you should definitely check to see what kind of mental space they have in their brain. Because she sounds like a nut job. Because why would you want to move a mile away from somebody that physically assaulted you? That doesn't even make sense. So anyway, this is all stem from Sean Diddy Combs. And she must not know her baby daddy that well, because 50 Cent, he loved to sue people for defamation. 50 Cent will straight sue you. Remember that one girl he sued? I guess the one girl said she owed 50 Cent owed her some money or something, that he did something with, like, some kind of contract. He reneged on the contract or owed her some money. And she put that out there, and he sued her for like defamation or some crazy stuff. And he ended up getting like 50,000 from that claim. And she still haven't paid him. Anyway, so you have a baby by this guy, and now you're saying you are done with him, and he is an abuser. That's what you're saying. Um in a statement to the Post, 50's rep said the disturbing allegations in the sworn pleading recently filed in the court case related to Daphne Joy, the mother of my 12-year-old child, has required me to take all necessary legal actions to protect my son, sire. The most recent false and baseless accusations by Daphne Joy are clearly in response to my decisions to seek sole custody of my son. My son's sire is my main priority, and keeping him in a safe environment is my only focus at the time. Joy denied the allegations about previously being a sex worker for Combs, who appears to be 50's rival. I'm deeply hurt. I don't think Sean Puffy Combs is 50's rival. I think he just P. Diddy, well, 50 Cent's been very vocal about not wanting to be around P. Diddy because he do that gay stuff, and he ain't with it. So it's not necessarily his rival. He just don't like being around him. I am deeply hurt by the lies in Rodney Jones' lawsuit, she wrote on Thursday on Instagram. The claim that I'm a sex worker is 100% false and a character assassination, she said, and I'm retaining an attorney to explore all my legal remedies against both Rodney and his attorney. So, and this is Joy also posted separate stories of herself crying in the video and shaking her head no. I wouldn't wish this on any woman. She wrote on top on the clip, "God hears me, and that's all that matters." This is another thing that's weird. Why do women or even men post the videos of themselves crying? You gotta literally, "Oh, let me turn on my phone." Like, who does that? Who actually turns on their phone, press record, and be like, "Ah," and you gotta act like you're natural, right? So you turn your face like, "Oh, I wouldn't miss this on anything," and you holding your phone right here. And then you gotta look up and then stop it. To me, that's like, come on now. To me, you're being fake. God hears me, and that's all that matters. 50 joked about the allegations against Joy in an Instagram post on Thursday. Yeah, because he said, "I didn't know you was a sex worker." He captioned photos of himself standing in the rain, smoking a cigar under an umbrella. "You little sex worker, LOL." He continued before adding, "Yo, this S is a movie." So she must have took it down because she ain't got no videos crying. Um, anyway, well, that's that. I'm not gonna harp on 50 Cent. You guys let me know what you think about that. Okay. Linda. Hey, Miss Linda. Thank you for tuning in from Florida. We have Thompson 6710 from Georgia. We have Gracie 1212. Hi from PA. Please press the like and subscribe button. Steven from New York. Chuck D's chick. What's going on? Yeah, Gracie 1212. He is 38. I think he was born in 1987 or something like that. Um, Sandy Rodriguez, as if 50 Cent didn't know how his baby mama was. Seriously, right. Right. He act like it's brand. He act like he was surprised. 50 Cent act like he was surprised that his baby mama wasn't about pay for play. Pay for play. Um, yeah, pay for play. That's basically what she is. She's out there on a you know, in the street trying to act like she's so innocent, posting booty shots. Like on your Instagram, like you got 1/3 of your pictures is booty. like, like as you mad somebody called you a sex worker. So I don't understand. Like I said, I think she number one, like who was that? Gracie? No, Sandy. Sandy's you're absolutely right. 50 Cent act like he was surprised. You knew how this woman got down. And then this woman acting like she's just like she's Mother Teresa. Like, "Oh, how dare him label me as a sex worker?" Like, how dare you? Like, okay, what else will we call you? Instagram sex worker? I'm not for sure. And these women, they have babies intentionally. She's very beautiful. Of course, she's gonna attract somebody like 50 Cent, especially she looked like she done up, so he probably liked that kind of stuff. And she's living in that lifestyle where she want to attract that type of person, you know. They got a lot of money. I- So he knew he probably had to break her off. She ain't a easy woman to keep. And I don't understand how she feel like she looks so innocent. I don't understand that. But what I do not understand is why she's trying to deflect from the situation and getting mad at 50 Cent because he decided to be like, no, I don't want my son to grow up around this type of environment. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, so we're gonna get to your girl. Like I said, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. We're gonna get to the girl. Your girl, Tiffany Henyard. Tiffany Henyard is mad as hell. Okay. She is mad. Tiffany Henyard on the brainwashed decision to vote against her mental health referendum. Okay. She's mad. It was standing room only in the Thornton Township Board of Trustees meeting Monday night as trustees heard comments from the public approved the agenda for the upcoming annual town hall meeting. They voted on a settlement agreement and heard thoughts from the supervisor on her recent mental health referendum in the previous administration. Now, reason why I really wanted to talk about this is because the previous administration, Tiffany was appointed to the Thornton Township supervisor position. She was voted in by the board of trustees. Reason why she was voted in, not by the residents. See, the residents, if it was a normal vote, the residents would have voted her in. But it wasn't a normal vote. They needed somebody right away because the previous supervisor, Zuccarelli, he passed away. Okay. So she actually got the position without actually getting voted in. She got appointed by the board of trustees. Okay. She started talking crap about the dead man. The guy that's dead, she started talking crap about it. Crap about Zuccarelli. You got to be the most piece of person to bring up a dead man about because your referendum didn't pass. Your slush fund. And reason why it didn't pass is it has nothing to do with the guy that passed away. And she said this white guy, okay? White is right. So why a special meeting? The regular scheduled board meeting on Tuesday, March the 26th was canceled and moved to a day earlier, Monday, March the 26th. A township deputy clerk told the Lansing Journal last week that the board was required to approve the agenda for the April 9th annual town hall meeting at least 15 days in advance. And the regular scheduled board meeting would have only been 14 days in advance, hence rescheduled one day earlier. So the public comment, the meeting began at 6:07 p.m. in the township boardroom and was accessible to the public. Okay. Remember last time they had the board meeting, they had a secret board meeting. You know how she used the word secret squirrel? Well, at Thornton Township, the board meeting prior, she had a secret squirrel meeting. And one of the trustees, they got locked out. I forget I think his name is Gonzalez. Gonzalez got locked out. Actually, he wasn't even locked out. Well, he was locked out. He went downstairs where they had the normal board meeting, and everybody else, public, the residents, was down there where the regular board meeting was scheduled, but they decided to have this secret board meeting upstairs to vote on something, and they didn't want people to know what they were voting on. It's literally against the law. Anyway, and then they had the journalists there. They was waiting, and they came out saying, "Oh, we already had it." Anyway, Curtis, South Howland resident Curtis Watts was the first to make a public comment. He criticized Tiffany Henyard and praised the voters' choice to again strike down the referendum that would have raised taxes to fund mental health services. The residents have spoken and they said they do not want They do not want your mental health facility, Madam Supervisor. It was voted down last Tuesday, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Myself and the residents who would like to know what happened to the mental health facility that was at the Riverdale site. If you're really concerned with mental health, start with restaffing the mental health program the township already had. Paul Roberts of Lansing also comments saying he hopes that the upcoming April 9th town hall meeting will provide an opportunity for the public to ask questions and get answers. I hope the up and coming annual meeting will allow the public to ask spontaneous, respectful, yet pointed questions, he said, and I'm hopeful that the moderator may allow public policy questions such as why are the FOIA requests being blocked? Or if the township credit card statements can be released without a court ordered subpoena. I'm going to show you this video. What Tiffany Henyard she just posted this video. Tiffany Henyard just posted this video. Let me get to it. So Tiffany Henyard, your girl, YouTube was shut down, and this is what she posted.
The people's mayor. So, you guys doing a lot of snitching, and y'all went and got my site shut down. My Tiffany on the Move podcast, Tiffany Henyard on the Move podcast. Well, it's said that when truth speaks, everybody gets scared and everybody gets to running. Well, just like I told you, if you want the tea, get it from me. And if you want to check me out, because I got other platforms, go to Spotify. And that way you'll see Tiffany Henyard on the Move podcast. Yes, Spotify. And you can also go to Apple Podcasts, because those are different outlets to view all the content. And y'all asked me for the receipts, but I got the receipts right here on ice, like I always do. Y'all asked for it, and I'm about to deliver. I got episode after episode after episode. Just wait your turn. Yeah, your turn coming. Just wait. Y'all doing all that talking. Y'all doing all that lying. And I told y'all, stop lying on me before I start telling the truth on y'all. And that's what this is. Truth speaks right here. Residents, community, nation, y'all gonna be shocked at the mess that's all around y'all. But I want to educate people in my delivery of receipts that y'all thought I didn't have. I always keep my receipts. I mean, I do a lot of talking, or it may come out a little slower than norm, but I keep receipts. That way I can educate the world as what happens behind the scenes that y'all don't see. I don't like fake news, because fake news tell you one-sided narratives. They don't tell you the truth. As you can see, you saw that first one. First one was lit, wasn't it? It was off the chain. And the problem I got is, when they do it, it's cool. But when I do it, it's a problem. But this is how I see it in my head. Play the video.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Can we say you ghetto?
Hey guys, this is
Can we say just ghetto? Okay. You need to be presenting those receipts to the general public, the residents of Dalton, the residents of Thornton Township. You got them all, and they probably some blank papers, or probably lawsuit papers that she got clipped on her desk, talking about, I got the receipts, just wait your turn. No, this is your job. You work for the residents, and you're acting like, oh, I got the receipts, and you got to wait your turn, and you mad because somebody they probably told on you saying, hey, this is a violation, and she's probably lying. I don't even think that happened. She probably lying. Her lawyer probably told her to take that shit down because she looks stupid. You're probably incriminating yourself on your podcast. But anyway, she looks retarded. So this so she had that to say. And I guess maybe since this guy asked, "Hey, can you answer these questions? Are we going to be able to access to these records? Why are the FOIA requests being stopped? Can you just give us some information? Stop saving it for your podcast because that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be a public servant. You're a voted official. The people voted you in, and you work for the people. Anyway, it says, I look forward to hearing the supervisor and the board making good on their promises of transparency and openness. Give us the truth at the public meeting on April the 9th instead of making us wait for another podcast. This is a resident saying this to her. The final commenter was Keith Price. Now, we know Keith Price is Tiffany Henyard strongman. Keith Price threatened a female. He goes around, his fat ass goes around threatening the females. That's what he does. And so I don't know why he's commenting. I guess whatever. He wants to sniff Tiffany's butt. Anyway, he's the director of Thornton Township Food Pantry. Probably a wrong position for him to be in because he probably eating all the food. He said the former supervisor, Frank Zuccarelli's administration did many of the same things that the current administration is being criticized for. We sit here and we act like Zuccarelli didn't put pictures on hand sanitizers when COVID started. But these are the things y'all complain about. There's so much more to this than just somebody's running around spending all types of money. No, well, you are spending all types of money. And you're not getting board approval. I'm pretty sure Zuccarelli probably spent all types of money, but I'm pretty sure he got board approval. I'm pretty sure he was able to present a warrantless for the township. I'm pretty sure he was bringing in grants. Now, I'm not for sure how many grants Tiffany is bringing in. I know a lot of the since Thornton Township supervisor, the township is basically city services. So you're probably getting federal dollars from that, or it's trickle down federal dollars. I'm pretty sure it's tax dollars that's funding your operation. So she probably got her hands on a lot of money, but just present the receipts. It's not like your city is broke or the township is broke. It might be broke now that you're operating it, but come on now. You're saying that the white man did this the same way. No, but the white man probably, I'm pretty sure he kept all his receipts and he wasn't afraid to present it. And I hear people loved Zuccarelli. That's why he was the Thornton Township supervisor for 25 years. Because he did right by people. He made sure people worked. He didn't just have, or not only he had his people in there, but he wasn't going around acting like building a ice rink and naming it after himself. Like, come on now. He didn't have billboards out. Nobody said they had Frank Zuccarelli on the damn billboard on top of the building. You don't own the building, Miss Tiffany Henyard. Anyway, so there are so much to this than just somebody running around spending all types of money. There's answers that's coming on the podcast. So you're promoting the podcast? You got to be the dumbest man in America. She'll start telling her story, but it saddens me that nothing has changed in all these years since Malcolm X talked about the ballot or the bullet. Oh my God. Y'all must got something wrong in the water. um, in the Southland of Illinois. Cause y'all got some stupid people. I hate to call people retarded, but this got to be the most retardedest shit I ever heard. This fool gonna say there's so much more than this than just somebody running around spending all types of money. No, that's the main reason for this problem. People want to know where their money going. People want to know where their taxes are being spent. They do. And people don't want to see your face all the goddamn time. Nobody wants to know the township Thornton supervisor. Nobody cares. They only care to say, hey, I could go to the township for a senior night. They pick me up when I need to go to the doctor. She claims she helps with roofs and stuff like that. Okay, well, city services or township services. I don't know. The food pantry. I want to go to the food pantry and it's open between the hours of 7 or 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Yeah, because I'm hungry. If I need rental assistance, okay, I could go up to the Thornton Township. I guess that's the stuff that you guys provide. You have stuff for the seniors. You have stuff for the youth. Yeah, okay. This is but I don't care who's the supervisor. Like I said, I've been in my township for almost 11 years. I don't know the damn supervisor. I really don't know. I don't know the supervisor, and I don't care the way what he looks like. I just want to make sure that when I call 911, 911's gonna be here. If I need the fire department is gonna be here. I want to make sure that they build a new development on the other side that's the roads will be paved right, or they hooking up the infrastructure right so they won't back up on our system because we operate off of sump pumps. I'm just saying. When my kids go swimming, I want to go to the swimming township building and make sure and the pool is clean. But do I know the man's name? No. I know he's the man, but I don't know his name. Cuz I don't care. But for some reason, these people in Thornton Township that's behind Tiffany Henyard, and I'm not saying just Thornton Township because it's just the people she got for her. They don't get no sense. And then it says it saddens me that it's nothing has changed in all these years since Malcolm X talked about the ballot or the bullet. Is Keith Price that old? Do you really know Malcolm X? He act like he was alive with Malcolm X. Is Keith? You guys put in chat if you know Keith Price. Is he that old? Anyway, we have black people attacking black people when they won't say a thing to Caucasians when they are in the spot. He said, no, we're going to say something to the Caucasians man, and we probably be just as worse with him if he's stealing our money. You got to really think about it. Most of the times people are not saying nothing to black folks. They letting them get away with stuff. And Tiffany probably could have got away with a few things. If she would have reeled it in and straightened up, but no, they tried to reel her in and take her to court. You thought, maybe she'll straighten up. No, she just kept on getting crazier and crazier. So what is he saying? Anyway, bills and annual meeting agenda approval. It has become the norm. Trustee Chris Gonzalez was the sole dissenting vote when it came to approving the bills of the general fund and general assistance fund. Trustees Jerry Jones was absent from the meeting, while Trustee Carmen Carlisle and Darlene Gray Everett voted to approve. Having just received them, no. Gonzalez, when the roll was called on the motion to approve the bills. So he's saying he just received the bills, he can't approve them. Okay, so this is, she was critiquing during the supervisor report. Henyard critiqued the administration of Supervisor Frank Zuccarelli, who died in January 2022. This is her.
I remember I told everybody when I first became supervisor here that the previous administration and some of them sitting in the crowd was stealing. Did they want to write that story? No, they did not. Because right is right. Y'all wanted to keep that on hush, but nobody would say nothing. But I did. But nobody in the media was saying anything. I hope you're recording this, Lance John, and putting in your paper, because I'm still telling that story. So now that I created a Tiffany on the Move podcast to tell my story, since don't nobody want to pick it up, and I'm being attacked by the media left or right, I am telling y'all my story. And truth will be heard on the podcast, because no one wants the truth to come out of what they did before me. But while I took office, when I took office, we done a great job. We have got allocated over $15 million, but nobody wrote about that, right? Nobody else went and got that more money than me in the board here. We got $1 million to help the at-risk youth. We put them all back to work. We also gave out 80 scholarships up to $2,500. People have graduated and got jobs, and will be working here at the township when they get out of school. But no one's telling you all the good things we do. Everybody want to make it like we're bad when they were bad. They were the one that had it before me and did nothing with it. Why was the number so low? Why wasn't they feeding people in the food pantry, but they were spending the money out of the food pantry, but wasn't feeding the people, right? But these all the facts and things that I'm gonna put out there just to lay the groundwork so people can know what to look for. Do not follow people because they so negative, because misery need company. That's what they need. So don't hang with people that ain't actually growing the community. Go talk to people that want to uplift the Black and brown communities, the ones that's neglected.
I don't understand. I truly don't understand why a person would say or bring up a person that is dead. Can anybody put it in the chat? Why do you bring up a person that is dead? You took their job. You're filling in their position. They're dead. Okay, whatever they didn't do, you can't go. What you gonna dig them up and say, hey, remember you wasn't feeding the food of the people with the food pantry. You was taking the money or whatever you was doing. You wasn't feeding the people or whatever. You wasn't doing right by the people. You gonna bring them up and zoom his body and tell him that? Come on. Right now, you just looking crazy. You really do look crazy right now because you're blaming a dead man. You're blaming a dead man that's been dead for 2 years. He's literally been dead for 2 years. A little over 2 years. And 2 years is enough to get your wheels turning in the right direction. And you claim that you have $15 million. You brought in $15 million. Why do you need to go up on people's taxes? Somebody throw me a lifeline. If you're bringing in so many grants and resources, what have you, for the township, why do you need to go up on people's taxes? And like this resident said, hey, I'm glad the referendum was struck down. The people spoke. Okay. Myself, the residents would like to know what happened to the mental health facility that was at Riverdale sites. If you're really concerned about mental health, start with restaffing the mental health program. the township already had. I'm not in the Thornton Township Riverdale site. Maybe it closed down. I'm not for sure. Or maybe it's still open. But okay, you're concerned about mental health. You want or allocate some of those dollars and restaff the Riverdale site. Or maybe that's a bad idea. So she blamed Zuccarelli, saying the white man. White is right. And then she went really off the rails on this one.
And as it relates to the referendum question, the thing that the gentleman spoke about, it's a shame that people are so brainwashed, hoodwinked, and led astray that they will sit here and say, oh, I'm glad we voted down. That's a shame. I feel bad for you. You should be ashamed that you are sitting here commending something that we need for our Black and brown communities. When you guys come here to Thornton Township, you asked me to help you with mental illness. We still have that. I don't care what nobody told y'all. It still exists here at Thornton Township. Just because certain people that weren't doing their job or that were just sitting here, what they call ghost payroll, don't work here no longer, does not mean we do not offer those services to Thornton Township residents. We do. Prime example, case and stuff. We had an incident with Calumet City, the Chargers, the football team. They went to a game. A whole shooting happened right in front of our kids' eyes. Guess what they called? It wasn't the mayor. It wasn't any of the mayors, for that matter, that signed that letter saying don't vote for mental illness. They called who? Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. And guess what I did? I pulled up, showed and showed out. I made sure everybody got therapy. Every single kid to this day still get therapy. But y'all don't talk about this stuff. Y'all let people just tell y'all, feed y'all stuff, and let y'all go and just run with it. Stop. I'm tired of my people being
Can we fact check Tiffany? Tiffany, we need to just fact check. Let's bring all those kids that she claimed that was at this football game, and she said she got every single last one of them mental health or therapy. Therapy to this day. Let's fact check Tiffany. Let's also fact check, because Tiffany, she said she showed up and showed out. How are you doing that? I'm not for sure. You showing up and showed out. What does that mean? I'm not for sure. But you're not a mental health professional. But I would like to fact check Tiffany on that one. Let's follow up on these kids to see if they actually saw anybody. Did you show up and showed out for that victim, your assistant? Did you show up and show out for her? No, you fired her because it was going to ruin your reputation. That's what you did. So I don't believe anything you're saying. You're lying.
Misled and getting up there acting a fool and got no facts on what you're talking about. So I wish people would actually come and learn it for themselves of what's.
And look at this guy. look at this guy on this side. This guy like, oh, I gotta sit in this store. He is not in for it. He does not want to be there.
Going on at the township and not let people feed you poison so that you attack the people that's really for you. I am really for my community. They mad because they can't stop me. They mad because they can't compete with me. That's why they did the smear campaign. But don't worry, because every dog got their day. But I'm going to point it out and I'm going to let you know all the people behind all the.
Tiffany, nobody needs to do a smear campaign to say, hey, you want to go up on our taxes? That's not a smear campaign. You're not showing no receipts, so why would anybody say, yeah, increase my taxes? They might be for mental health, but you're doing a disservice, your community a disservice. They don't know what the hell you're doing. So that's why they didn't vote, because of you. They don't trust you. It's not a smear campaign. It's just the fact that you're not showing, or no, you're showing and you're proving how shitty a township supervisor you are and how shitty a mayor you are. Your administration doesn't know what they're doing. They're bullies. You got all these lawsuits pending against you because of your actions. Not nobody else. Your actions. In the actions of your administration. So they don't trust you. They voted the referendum because of you. They're not against mental health. They're against you. And so she's not intelligent enough to realize that. If so many things happen to you, negative things, bad things, you actually need to step back and look at and see, like, okay, what am I getting wrong? What am I actually doing wrong here? Because in reality, it can't be everybody else's fault. After a while, it has to be your fault. It can't just be like, oh, it's their fault. It's you voting down on a black man, or a black woman. They don't want to see a woman in power. They don't want to see a young black woman in power. And then you blaming the residents, then you blaming the media, and then you're also blaming the dead man. You're blaming the dead man. Come on now. Like, does anybody see the craziness in it? Is everybody else's fault, even the dead man's fault, besides you? When are you gonna look in the mirror? This is just, hey, if I was Tiffany's older sister, because I'm a little bit older than Tiffany, I will pull her to the side. Baby girl, it ain't everybody's fault. At some point, you got to look in the mirror and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? And nobody, you got all these great people in your corner. Nobody's ever told you that. The people that's ride and die and said, oh, even Keith Price said, oh, she's going to show the receipts on the, I don't know if he sounds like that. I never heard the man talk, but she's going to show the receipts on the podcast. She's going to prove them all wrong. And when them, we ain't moved forward ever since Malcolm X been gone. Like, how you know that? You ain't old enough to know Malcolm X. Come on now. But when are you gonna look at yourself? When are you gonna look at yourself and say, hey, it might be my own fault?
Mess and all the people that have been stealing at this township since day one, but they not here no longer. So this is what it's all about, guys. They don't want a black person in power. They don't want a woman in power. If you ain't seen that yet, and someone so young. Everybody gotta understand, God give you what you can handle. That's what God give you. He ain't gonna give you more than that. As long as you can stay the course, fight the fight, and keep going, that's what we're gonna do here at Thornton Township. And we've been doing a doggone good job.
Don't put God in that. You working for the devil. God, this has nothing to do with God.
And as it relates to the
this has nothing to do with God. The things that you're doing has nothing to do with God. Everybody's not wrong, Tiffany. At some point, you got to look at yourself and say, okay, I'm wrong. I'm doing wrong. I'm doing wrong. But instead, she's trying to blame everybody else. Like I said, the media, YouTube, everybody on YouTube, the residents. She's chewing the residents out. And like I said, I don't know what's wrong. I think something is literally in the water. Maybe they drinking from the same water fountain, because why in the hell would you piss off the residents, and you're up for re-election next year. And listen, this is the reflection. You know how they take a poll of who they're voting for next year? This is what she's going to end up getting voted out. And she thinks she's not. That's how crazy and not on reality she's not there. She's going to get voted out because if they don't trust you, they don't trust you. They don't like you. And that referendum proves everything. Now, even if they said, even if they did like you, I could truly say, okay, if they feel like they don't need mental health services in their area, maybe they wouldn't have went it wouldn't have passed because the people don't like going up on their taxes. But this only further proves, since this referendum didn't pass, that you don't get the pull like you think you have it. People don't like you. People don't trust you. And when they stop trusting you and stop liking you, you're just out of there. Yeah, Stephen, they flew here. I was just dropped off here. They flew here, I grew here. That's what she always say. I think Donis is at this point, she's brain dead if she doesn't know the whole world is laughing at her ass. She is. She's very brain dead. I'm surprised that she's going off. Well, no, I'm not. I just don't understand. How can you be a mayor and or township supervisor, city official, and you think somebody's always personally attacking you? No, you work for them. Their reason why you have a job is because all these people are paying their taxes. They literally are paying their property taxes. That's why you have a job. But no, you want to get mad at the residents because they didn't vote for your slush fund. And they don't trust you. They don't trust you. So we got this On the Move podcast. On the Move podcast. And you guys know her other channel was taken down. Let me just find it. That's if it comes up. Okay, yeah. So she yeah, she set up another one. The other one got taken down. I don't know why YouTube would have taken that down. I don't see a purpose of that. I don't think YouTube took that down. I think they probably maybe her lawyer got wind of it and told her to take it down. Why would YouTube take it down? I don't understand. I wouldn't know. Maybe because it wasn't violating any YouTube policies. So I for some reason I think she's lying about that. So she has this Tiffany Henyard On the Move podcast. It's a different YouTube channel. Somebody might report that, and then she has her own website. So Tiffany, she's trying to, I guess, be a social media influencer. And you see she got her white suit on in a chair. I don't know why she looks better when she smile, but I don't know why she got that face on her, like looking like that. But she has her own uh what is this called? Website with all listen on Spotify, listen on Amazon Music, listen on Apple Podcasts, listen on iHeartRadio. Those are the different platforms, and of course YouTube. I mean, whoever did this, this looks nice. This is a nice web or landing page. Let me see who did it. Oh, they didn't put it on there. I don't know who designed her website. But so yeah, that's Tiffany Henyard. So one more thing I wanted to show you before we get off. This is with Tiffany with Facebook. We have super chat. Thank you, Lamar. Lamar, thank you for the super chat. I can't show your super chat because I don't know I don't know how to work it, but yay, Lamar. Everybody give Lamar Copeland a hand. And it says, always loving your show. Hello, Shawan, mod subs, and chat. Thank you for the donation. You guys, let me just flash this across my screen. If you want to support the channel and you don't want to super chat, you can always support the channel through my Cash App. And then you can follow me on Instagram, Shawan_Burns. Okay, let me just go to Facebook because I want to just show this to you right quick. Okay, so they do have a regular board meeting that's coming up. This is on the agenda. It's scheduled for April the 1st. And let's see if they have what they discuss. So they don't have what's the audit that they did on the, I guess that would have been the other board meeting. She called it the secret squirrel meeting. They don't have that on the agenda. I guess they overturned that. So she vetoed it, but they overturned it. But the new business is saying a motion to terminate contract of Oldison and Murphy. Override of mayor's vetoed issues March the 4th, 2024. Well, they already override. Didn't they bring that up to a vote on their last board meeting? Somebody said Just saw a video on YouTube where Tiffany was talking about voting whether the soup and salad should be $2 or not. No wonder Dalton's in trouble. They voting about soups and salad. Okay. So they do have a regular board meeting coming up January the 1st. This is your boy Andrew Holmes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having fun, but they have more fun than anything. It says dressed up hood dumpster. When she get out of prison, she could apply for EBT.
Y'all are black.
So
And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet.
what?
The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing. That only run their mouth. Y'all don't do
That
no
only
work.
run their
No
mouth.
work.
So takeaway number one, right? No one can criticize black people, especially if you're white, double especially if you're a black, and triple especially when you are a black person in power. But then she broke her own rule by criticizing the black people in power who criticized her. Oops. Takeaway number two, you can speak like a hood rat from a straight out of Compton movie with the decorum of a trap house queen and still get elected mayor. Oh, America, the land of opportunity. And takeaway number three, you can have numerous problems within your small city, like water main breaks and shootings within your small city and people not getting paid, all the while cutting $1 million from the police budget and having a high price security detail consisting of cops protecting you instead of out in the streets fighting crime and taking lavish trips to high price hotels with expensive foods. All at the taxpayer's expense, mind you, all the while, daggone it, paying yourself around $300,000. But hey, residents of Dalton, you got exactly what you voted for.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black.
So
And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman.
That's Tiffany for you. Okay, another. I wanted to see if that would come up. They had an article about Tiffany lawsuits that just posted. I think we did talked about that before. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think. Okay? I'm not going to keep you guys any longer than what I need to. We'll be at it Monday. So you guys stay tuned. I'm not for sure what we're going to talk about, but we're going to talk about something. Okay? So, and put in the chat, let me know if you prefer this streaming versus the other one. I have to get some themes up, like the backgrounds and stuff. I really don't know what I'm doing for real. I'll just be playing around. I just be punching buttons right now. At this point, I'm punching buttons. Okay. So you guys, I really appreciate every single last one of you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this channel. I am sending all my good to you. I will talk to you soon.